Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. What I have for you today is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Crimson Guard. So, what you have here is the typical window packaging before they went windowless. So, you get a nice picture of the figure, and you get the design art there. Also, on the side, the back, you get your typical G.I. Joe Classified art, and then the side, you get the number of the figure, and these are like little things you can look up online, and it's like their stats, what they're good at, what they're most capable at. So what I'm going to do is get this guy opened up, and we'll go through his accessories, and I'll give my opinions on him, so stay tuned. Alright, so here he is outside of the box, and I have to say my initial impressions of this guy are, oh buddy, he is sick. This is probably one of my favorite troop builders that G.I. Joe Classifieds and Hasbro have put out yet. I'm pretty blown away with the level of accessories, the detail and paint apps on this figure, fantastic. And we get your typical G.I. Joe Classified articulation. They're also starting to do pinless joints on their figures, and it just gives it a nice, cleaner looking aesthetic overall. So what we're going to do now is go over his accessories. So you do have the standard Crimson Guard backpack. You got the painted Cobra symbol there. It's got a little notch here, which I still think is a weird place for a notch. But you get the AR, their automatic rifle, and it kind of clips in where the trigger is. So typically you wouldn't do that because you would shoot yourself in the back of your fucking leg. But I do like that Classifieds goes out of their way to kind of make it so that you can have the figure carry all of the accessories with them. And I think it's a nice feature overall. Does it make sense? No. But in the 80s figures, like with the foot pegs on the sides of vehicles that you could place your figures on, did that make any fucking sense? No. But did it look cool? Hell yeah. So, that's the backpack. And I guess since I have the AR in my hand already, we'll go over that. So it looks like an M16. You do get a removable clip as well, which pops in there. And what I really like, and I think is a cool feature, it's not removable, but you get the bayonet on the tip. And yeah, I mean, it has like all their knives. It has that typical silver painting on it. There's no additional paint or anything or weathering on the gun, but it's molded and the design is great. Like I said, it looks like M16. And with the removable clip, I just think it's a really nice gun. It's a nice weapon. You also get a sword, or sorry, you get a knife. And it's got some nice paint apps. It's got the serrated blade there on the back. And then on the tip there, I don't know if you can really see it, it's kind of hard, but it's like a snake. It's a snake's head on the hilt of the knife. And it's got a little tooth there. And it's just, it looks really nice. It's molded in black, painted knife, but it looks fantastic. And then you get his sword, or his saber. So, again, you get the painted hilt. It's got some nice sculpting on the hilt as well. And again, it's got that snake head on the edge. And then he also comes with a nice sheath as well. Pretty basic. I don't know why I said it was nice. It's just a basic sheath. So far, I have 4 of these. I've opened 2 of them. And all of mine have had bent sheaths. So, right out of the package. So you might want to add some heat to that. I don't know, like, the sword fits in nicely, but I'm not going to leave it in there till I heat this up because I don't want my sword to bend. But, yeah. And it also has a little peg there, so you can fit it on the side of his belt, or you can add it to the backpack, because the backpack also has a little peg hole there that you can add the sword sheath to. So you can carry it on his back or on his side. And then he comes with a pistol as well. Basic pistol, molded in black. I think it's the first time we've got this style of pistol with a figure. It kind of looks like a 9mm. So, and it does not have a removable clip. But I mean, it's a basic pistol. It's molded nicely. There's no additional paint apps or anything, but you know, I think if you're going GI Joe classifies, I think that's probably one thing they're lacking in most is kind of the color and weathering that is not added to their weapons in general. They all seem to be molded. I like that they're going away from like different colors. Like if you had Beachhead's gun and all his accessories are painted fucking green, or not painted green, but molded in green, and they look terrible. they they look like toys, but at least these are molded in black. So let's take a closer look at the figure. He's gorgeous, man. Like the additional belts, his main belt that fits on him nicely, and it's got no additional paint apps on it, well, other than the V on the front. So, but it looks nice, and it holds the accessories good, which is what you want. There is one thing I noticed outside of the package. I don't know if it shows up as much on camera as it is in hand, but there is also a variation in the molded color of plastic between his torso and his arms and his legs. Like his torso and his helmet are more of like a crimson red because they're a crimson guard. But the arms and the legs, I don't know if it's a different material they used, but it comes off as a lighter color, like almost like it has kind of a pinkish hue to it. Like I said, I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera or if you take photos. I don't know if it'll be that much of an issue, but it's something to look out for. And they also have the retro carded Crimson Guards that are coming out that have some slightly different paint apps, and the body is also a brighter red, and it has a silver mask. So, again, the paint apps are all nice in there. Everything is clean, which is what I really like. Like the mask, the silver and the mask there, on his helmet, his Cobra symbol, all his lines and buckles across the whole figure all have some really nice silver painted details to them that there's no slop. Like the buckles on his boots are done nicely. All the line work on his arms, alongside his pant legs. There's no slop. His insignia on the side of his arm is nicely done. His badge on his chest looks fantastic as well. It's really nicely detailed. There's some black paint apps there on his shoulders, which look good. So I think he's just a fantastic looking figure overall, and I think they'll go great alongside the Crimson Twins. And I have another one here. I already have posed up with some accessories, and man, like he looks so badass, like looks regal, which I think is initially that look that they were going for, right? He's just a regal ass looking figure, but he looks like he's well trained and ready to kick your ass. Like if you came up against a squad of these guys in an alley and you're a G.I. Joe, you might be shitting your pants. They're fantastic. They're fantastic looking. The paint apps are spot on. The amount of accessories that they come with, and the fact that this guy's fully kitted out and loaded and has all his accessories with him and on him, right? Which I think is really cool that you can do that. And I really like that G.I. Joe Hasbro makes an effort to be able to accessorize your figure and have all the accessories on them at any given time. And like I said, this is easily my favorite troop builder. So I got 4 of these from Amazon.ca here in Canada. They started showing up. I got mine early last week. I believe people are starting to get shipping notifications from GameStop, Canada, and in the US, and also Hasbro Pulse. So make sure you got room on your credit card, guys, because man, G.I. Joes are coming out steady, and it's all great stuff. And if you're in this series of figures, you're not going to want to miss out on these guys. They look fantastic. So that's all I got for you today. Remember to like and subscribe. So you help me out. It lets me know that you guys are liking the content that I'm putting out there. And while you're here, leave a comment. Let me know what you like And most importantly, let me know what you don't like so I can adjust and change and put out content that's meaningful and that people want to watch. So that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you. I'm out of here.